Greetings, Queen Wichi here with Queen of Forces Healing Ministries. Happy Friday. This video is being recorded on Friday, the 8th of April, 2022. So I've decided that I'm going to do a reading for us with a message from a loved one who's passed on. A transition loved one in spirit, different terminology that we use, but you know what it means. So what I would like for us to do before we get started is to take a couple of deep breaths. I apologize if you hear any background noise. I don't think there's much I can do about that right now, but I really wanted to do this reading. So let's breathe in and release. In and release. Continue to do your breath work. Feel yourself grounded and centered. And what I would like for you to do now is think about a particular loved one that you would like to commune with. But be open to anyone of love and light and the highest and best good for you to come and show and give you a message. So in the messages in the cards, hopefully they will indicate some kind of way you will understand the message from a certain person. If you do not, maybe the message is from someone else that you're not thinking about. So that's why I said be open, because from my experience, at least when I'm working in mediumship realm, I don't really control who comes. I can attempt to communicate with anybody, but when I'm like receiving messages, I don't really control who comes. I just do work to ensure that whoever comes is coming in peace, to keep everyone in good energy. All right. So other than that, you know, so who comes. So we give thanks. We give thanks for our minds and our hearts being open and receptive to a message of love from someone who loves us, who we miss. And I pray for your healing. So I have 4 cards here, and I'm going to read the message from each card, because these are oracle cards. It's just the message is what it is for the most part. So the first card is, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I hope you can see it well. My apologies again for my camera. I don't know what to do about it, but I want to keep making videos. So until I get another one or figure this out, this is how it is. This card, I will say, has come out several times with a loved one of mine. So, who's a young man, my nephew. So maybe it could indicate for some of you, maybe it's a younger person in your family who is offering that message. So they're clearly learning. That indicates that this loved one is learning a lot, because now they have the hindsight that they, of course, didn't have before. And they're offering a word of encouragement to us. Believe in yourself. You can do it. So if you've been doubting yourself, here's a message from your loved one. You can't see that, but at least you get to see the card. So this person is taking a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. They're saying that to you. This could be a message from a different person, the same person. But they're encouraging you, so that lets us know that they're watching you. They're supporting you. They know that you're working on some stuff, and they want you to know that they're there. They're your cheerleaders. So they believe in you. You got to believe in you. So we give thanks for that message. Don't worry about falling when you jump, because they are right there to keep you going. The next card says, it was my time to go. This is another card that I get with my nephew quite often. It was my time to go. And it shows the footprints on the sand. And if you know the poem about the footprints in the sand, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. There's a line in the poem, I think right at the end, where there's a man walking along the beach, and he was saying how he saw two sets of footprints, and he was supposedly talking to what we know as Jesus, who we know as Jesus, who the world has told us Jesus is, or whatever. Walking with this guiding force, we'll say that. And he noticed the two footprints. And in the poem, he says, but when my life was really hard, and I was struggling and all this stuff was going on, I'm paraphrasing, but this is the meaning I get from the poem. All that stuff was happening to me, and I was knocked down and couldn't figure things out. I only saw one set of footprints. And at the end of the poem, it says the person only saw one set of footprints because that's when the guide carried him. You're being carried, even though they had to leave you. Now they carry you in spirit. And to me, that's also another message of support. They're carrying you. So take that message of profound love, and it's also a message to remind us that we can control a lot of things, but we can't control everything. And each person has their own contract about what they're going to be and do and have in this life, and when they're going to come and when they're going to leave. That also makes me want to tell you, release any guilt. Because we have no control of someone's contract. I used to feel really guilty about something that happened to one of my cousins who's still alive, but just it kind of reminds me of that. Something happened to him. I had a dream that my deceased grandmother had come and told me to call him because something was going on, like it was a warning. I got up that morning. It was on her birthday morning too. And I got up that morning with the intention to call him. And I think somebody called me, and then I got distracted. And by the end of the day, something had happened with him. And for years, I held on to a lot of guilt and shame about that, because I felt like if I had called him and just said, something's going to happen today, be careful or whatever, then maybe he would have been all right. I don't know that to be true. But again, there's some things that we just can't control, I could have called him and told him that, and he could have still had the day he had. The same thing still could have happened. But that's not how I was thinking before. I was thinking, oh gosh, I didn't save him. Because, I was trying to want to save people and stuff. Oh, and they're not helping. Why wasn't I there for him? That's really how I felt. And I cried and I cried and I cried. But again, some things are out of our control. So remember that on your healing journey, especially with grief. And the last and fourth card says, I am so much better now. In the rainbow, which of course is a symbol of hope. I am so much better now. So this person may have been suffering while they were on the physical plane. It may not have seen things in a certain light. May have been maybe struggling with mental health issues, could have been depressed. But they want you to know, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. So this person or persons, they're taking care of you as best they can in the spiritual realm. And they're offering a lot of encouragement, want you to be motivated, and don't have any regrets. Live your life to the fullest. Because having the hindsight, they can tell you now, live your life. Do what you feel good about doing. Believe in yourself. Be passionate. Be motivated about your dreams and your goals. And do not worry about them. You want to speak to them, just speak. They can hear you. I hope that this reading has helped you. I know that it's always encouraging to me. I love to hear from my nephew and everyone else, my spirit team. So may the force of healing be with you always. May you heal in mind, body, spirit, soul at every level. Ashe.